Go.
A good afternoon, Carolina Forest Community Church. We are live with Stephen and Michael. It's an easy breezy Tuesday afternoon today, and we are going to talk about stuff.
Lots of stuff. Talk about.
Yes, we do.
Not even sure where to start.
Where do we start with all this stuff? Oh, I got it. I'm pulling it up on my phone here. I can see any comments. So if anybody joins us, if you guys have anything you want us to talk about, just let us know. Nothing is off the table, except maybe some things are probably off the table.
Except for some of the stuff that's not on the table.
That's right. Yeah,
off the table.
But you know what we mean. Stephen and I, we've known each other for a little while now. Ever since I've been coming to the church for about 10 years. Stephen's been here a little bit longer than me. If you guys don't know Stephen yet, that's you probably haven't been coming to the church very long.
You are very privileged.
Stephen and I have very similar personalities. We're Enneagram Type 9s. Shout out to the Enneagram people. Woo!
Yeah, no, 9s don't do that. Do they?
Oh, yeah, no.
No shouting.
I guess.
No shouting. We're very laid back.
Chill.
Nice and chill.
Yeah. So, what was that? What was that?
Yeah, when was the first time that we met?
I think it was when I first came and you were playing in youth here, because I first came for youth.
Way back in youth ministry.
Stephen was playing.
Is that when Rick was leading?
Was
it back when our pastor was leading student ministry?
Yeah, it was right around that transition time. Yeah, it must have been. It could have been Rick's last youth sermon. Who knows? So, hey, once again, shout out to everybody on with us right now. Can I see the live list of who's on? No, I can't.
Chill shout out.
Yeah.
From the
so,
Nines.
It's probably just all of us in the room with our phones. We've got Justin and Tom in the room with us. Shout out to Justin and Tom. Anybody's got any topics that you want Stephen and I to deeply discuss today, you let us know.
Deep thoughts
with Stephen and Michael.
Deep thoughts. This is really weird, hearing the echo of what you just said from the corner.
So, as you guys know, Stephen plays drums with us, and he's kind of the caboose of the worship team. You know,
I bring up the rear.
I'm the conductor. I conduct from the front, and Stephen controls everything from the backstage, back of the stage. You know. In case.
Yeah, that's why they put me behind plastic, so they don't have to listen.
We
to
thought
what
about
I have to say.
Bringing the plexiglass, his usual shield. He's pretty comfortable behind his shield.
Very COVID friendly, pandemic friendly.
So, in case you guys are wondering, how does the team stay so tight together on Sundays? Well, I'll tell you, it's all Stephen right here. We've got little in-ears. Stephen hits a button on the computer. We get a click track in the in-ears, giving us time. And Stephen leading the way.
A lot of times I don't hit it in the right time that Michael wants, and he gets mad at me.
Yep, every time.
Hit the button, Stephen.
Hit the button. I use a little talkback microphone to yell at Stephen to hit the button faster. Well, anyways, all right, it's been good being live with you guys today.
All the secrets of
the shortest
revealed.
The shortest live with ever. So I think Tom had a couple topics he wanted us to talk about today. All right, yeah, good stuff.
Oh, it is a cool dynamic though, because it's part of the ensemble part of the worship team itself. I mean, you've got a front man like Michael who's leading everybody in singing out front, and then there's like a band leader in the back who's kind of working with instruments and stuff and how those two things mesh. So it's the dynamic there is really cool.
Yeah.
And how that has to like follow. Sometimes, even as the Spirit leads, into different parts of the songs, the band has to be there to follow that into the different, chorus or verse or whatever. So yeah, sometimes I have to reach over and hit a button again to stop that, because we're not going to follow that right now. We're going to do our own thing.
Got 2 questions. How long has Stephen been playing drums, and how was Indonesia?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Great questions.
Good questions.
Wow, Stephen and I were both Indonesia. That's right.
Yeah.
I said both Indonesia.
We were in
Indonesia.
How long have I been playing drums? I started playing drums in middle school band, doing concert band there. I had grown up playing piano. My mom made me because she liked piano, and then I liked piano too. So I did a few years of that. I think it was about 5 to 7 years of reading music and learning how to play piano, which kind of put me ahead of the game once I started in band, concert band, and reading music and everything. So I was kind of back there like, hey, I already know how to do a lot of this stuff. Well, everyone else needs to catch up.
So Stephen will be playing piano this Sunday.
It's been a long time since I've played. I've actually been dabbling with it a little bit more, trying to remember my recital pieces that I used to do and stuff. I used to just do it all by memory and not sight read like we do on Sunday mornings. I'm not very used to that, so it would be very different and challenging. It'd be cool to try to do someday.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, been playing, started concert band middle school, did the whole marching band drum line in high school, and kind of taught myself to play the drum set really when this church started meeting in elementary school, and I joined the worship team then doing like percussion, like congos and tambourine, bells and chimes, just a little accessory guy back there just hitting things when it sounded good. And then
we need some percussion. Stephen's like, well, I like to hit things. I like to break things.
I can do it, and I can keep time. More cowbell, whatever we need. And then, the time just came that we needed a drummer, so I stepped in and taught myself syncopation with. I had some of that in marching band, like with quads doing stuff, but on different drums. But it wasn't until, after high school that I even attempted to play consistently on the drum set, and then it's progressed from there. It's really just been worship from there. I never did like any gigging or anything. It's been learning the different styles of worship music over the years, the last decade or more.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Great experience moving from, we used to play with wedges, like just blasting speakers beside us on stage.
So playing with a live drum set and live speakers blasting, trying to get the volume of the speakers loud enough to hear something over top of the live drum set. And
now we moved to in-ears, and that was a big transition.
That's why Stephen says what a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, you go deaf real quick as a drummer. But yeah, and then last November, I had an awesome opportunity to go play for that conference in Indonesia, and Michael had brought it up to me and said, "Hey, we want a drummer to go with us." And
I think we gave you a month, 2 months notice, if that.
Oh yeah,
not even.
Yeah. It was probably a little less. It was like a day.
You want to travel across the world in 3 days to play drums
by tomorrow
in a giant conference for world leaders? There's really no big deal at all. Yeah. Just say yes right now. No big deal.
And I was just like, what? I don't know.
Hold on, let me ask Diana just real quick.
Yeah. And I was floored. It sounded like an awesome opportunity that I didn't feel like I'd even deserved. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm that good of a drummer most of the time. These other guys, Drew's better than me. Fabio is some kind of prodigy from Brazil. I don't know. He's just come by and blow me away. So I'm like, why me? Why me? And
why me, Lord?
It was one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had, being able to worship and lead worship for different countries, singing in different languages, different kinds of people all over the world worshiping at the same time.
Yeah,
in one place.
It was kind of so to get to, segue into the next question, how was Indonesia? It was a pretty overall life-changing, mind-blowing experience for me, especially as someone who has never really traveled before in my life. I've been to the Bahamas once, and that didn't really feel much different than the States to me at the Bahamas. Went to Niagara Falls once. But Indonesia, that's all the way across the world. And not only were we there with Indonesians, we were there with other world leaders from 100 other countries or something like that represented. Yeah. There was a lot of countries with not just other church leaders, but some actual like world leaders, leaders in their country who were not like leaders of a church. Right. I don't know the word I'm looking for there.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't just religious leaders.
It was pretty overwhelming the entire time because there was a lot to take in. We were on the move a lot the entire time. We were getting very, very little sleep. And for anyone who knows me, knows how much I really enjoy sleep.
We're nines.
Yep, we're nines. We're known for sleeping. And so just meeting people from it's almost like we traveled to 50 different countries at one time or something like that because we just got to meet and talk to so many different people from different backgrounds and but it was so incredible because it reminds you of the big picture of the gospel because it was people from all over the world uniting for one purpose, and it's for Jesus to build each other up, to learn how to better spread the gospel and talk about new strategies and new ways to spread the gospel in this new day and age that we live in right now with technology and the new generations that are upcoming. So to have the privilege and opportunity to lead worship for these different leaders is extremely humbling and life-changing and very scary. Yeah. I think I was scared 90% of the time. I was like, I'm not ready for this. So, gosh, yeah, it was incredible. And that's a good question, too, because I don't think we've really talked about it very much since we've gotten back from Indonesia. We did it that one time on Sunday morning, and we maybe brought it up once or twice in here. But so now, since it's been almost 1 year now, because it was like, November 11th or something, that's right. Around that time that we went last year. And so I'm starting to get the memories popping up on like photo albums on Facebook or on my phone. Hey, here's a memory for last year. And so I'm starting to get a lot of refreshers from that. And some of the people we still keep in contact with today, some of our friends from Indonesia and Germany who were on the team with us, still follow them, still keep in touch with some of them. So it was really cool even in that aspect. We didn't just go there, play some songs and leave. We went there, we made friends and people that we can keep in touch with for hopefully years to come. And
truly made lifelong connections there. Yeah.
It was, the connections were great. It was like, who would have thought that strangers from across the world in different places in different countries could just come together and just gel as easily as it seemed like that we did. It felt pretty effortless playing and serving with the people we were with.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I can't believe it's been almost a year. Oh, I mean, the first part of this year, we got back from Indonesia last year, and then it was like the holidays, Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and then this year's just been crazy, COVID and everything. In fact, we probably brought COVID back from Indonesia. That's probably our fault. We brought it back to the States.
Sorry, world. We were the catalyst for that, I guess.
But
probably too soon to joke about that.
No.
Too soon. Too soon. No, definitely too soon, actually. Seriously, too soon.
Like the first part of this year seemed to move so slowly, and then all of a sudden now it's moving quick towards Christmas, it seems like.
Yeah, it's been, I mean, I'm sure people can relate to this a lot, I think, but it's been a really weird year. Yeah. It's felt like it's been moving slowly, but at the same time, like you're saying, like it's already mid to late October right now. And so it feels like the year's almost over already, which is pretty crazy.
We're just talking about that, that global connection we experienced in Indonesia, and then almost all of this year now, we've been isolated.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Extreme opposite.
How that really does affect, people from what we were created to be, together and, congregating and living together and worshiping together. And it really does have a negative effect on people.
Yeah. So we have another question. Diana has asked, was Stephen as bossy in Indonesia as he is on stage in Myrtle Beach?
Yes, I was.
Yes, it's very true. Anytime we're on stage and we're like, oh, what do we do right here? Stephen's always in the back. We need to do this. That's right here.
I was probably more bossy to their tech guys.
Oh yeah.
Compared to the ones here, because they're all the way in the tech booth. I can't yell at them for anything. And plus, we have our own in-ear monitors. I can fix what I want. But that wasn't the case in Indonesia. We had a whole tech team on stage with us that was doing all of our controls for the most part. The drum set I used there wasn't quite as advanced as the one we use here, so
premium.
There was a lot of duct tape used, and so it had some falling out, some cymbals falling, some drums falling apart that I had to have a tech guy come over and prop back up while I was playing. Hopefully that wasn't shown all over the world.
We were like, Stephen, you hit the drums down, not out, down.
I can do that. I hit them pretty hard. I was getting pretty bossy back there.
He does. Every once in a while it comes
I can't hear it.
Especially it's funny when here on this stage, you just kind of hear and we look back, oh, Steven's yelling in his cage back there. What is that, Steven?
I'm just like...
Can always count on Steven. He knows what to do.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, you guys, I think it's been a good time talking. We had some good questions. It's good reminiscing on Indonesia.
Yeah.
It'll be a good trip when we go this year again as well.
Or we leave tomorrow.
That would be crazy.
Hey, Diana. Guess what?
Is that cool? It's cool, right? No big deal. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you had a good time. We had a good time. So we are going to be checking off now. Go have a good week. See you next time.